Now, there's topics in the world that's so sensitive that you got to watch what you say. However, certain stuff just have to be said, okay? And it is what it is, because I said what I said. If you are a person in the world that was born a man and you transition to a woman, or you was born a female and you transition into a man, at the end of the day, you were still born what you were born. You were born a man or you were born a woman. You wasn't born opposite, okay? You went and changed it because you didn't like it, so you wanted to be who you felt as if you should be, who you want to be, who you feel like you are, okay? Right? Right, y'all follow me? You got me. All right, cool. So because you went and changed it, and that's not what you were originally, it is your duty as a person with morals and respect for other people, right? To tell whoever it is that you decided that you want to try to be with what you were originally born as. I said what I said. It ain't no, oh, I'm this now, so no. No. You don't get to do that. And it's very wrong for somebody to do that. It's wrong. And that's just how I feel. And then on top of that, it's a double standard that exists. And everybody knows double standards exist. There's nothing you can do about it just because you don't like it. They still going to exist. It just is what it is. It's a double standard for a man to be born a woman and deceive somebody versus a woman being born a woman and changes into a man and she deceives somebody. If a woman changed to a man and now me and her messing around and we doing whatever it is that we doing, having a good old time, and it comes down to the point to where he is really in love with me and he want to declare his love and blah, 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 blah. But before he feel like we can move on and have a real life and so on and so forth, he has to tell me, honey, babe, Shatira, whatever, I was born a female. I'm going to be mad because you played with me and you shouldn't have played with me like that. I'm going to be mad as hell because you shouldn't have played with me like that. Because who are you to make that decision for me? When I like what it is that I like. It's my preference. My preference is men. That's my preference. Okay? So who are you to make that decision for me, first of all? So yeah, I would be mad as hell. I would cuss you out so bad to the point to where you probably would never like me ever again in life anyway. I would be mad. But what I won't do is cause bodily harm to you. It's just not that serious for me. And the reason why I say it's not that serious for me is because, okay, you was born a woman. There's that double standard. There's that double standard. You was born a woman. Flip that coin. And it's a man who transitioned to a woman. And now he done fell so deep in love and blah, 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 blah. She done fell so deep in love and so on and so forth and yada, yada, yada. And she wants to declare her love for this man. But before they can move on, she got to tell him she was born a man. Now, this heterosexual man who has his preference, he has his preference. How you think he gonna take that? You think he gonna take it the way I took it when I found out my lover was a woman? Or he gonna take it a whole different way when he find out his lover is a man? It's a double standard. And it's not right and it's not fair for y'all to do that. It ain't. It's not. Regardless on how you feel, everybody has their personal preference. You feel like you are a woman. In your mind, you feel like you are a woman. Your emotions, you feel like you are a woman. You feel like you are a man. In your mind, you feel like you're a man. Your emotions say, I'm a man, whatever. That's how you feel. At the end of the day, you don't get to make that decision for everybody else in the world. I have my personal preference. He has his. She has hers. We all have our personal preference. It's not your job to sit and make a decision for us. And then when the person find out, now they have to be penalized for reacting the way that they react because you deceived them. Now we have to take it so far, go so far as to have birth certificates and driver's license checked and kid photos checked. But hey, they got legislation that's trying to make it to where you can change your gender on your birth certificate. You can change it on your ID. What? That's not fair. That's not right. Like, that's morally, it's not right. It's not. It's not. I don't know what planet that everybody is living on, and I know I'm not the only person who feels this way. It's not right for y'all to be able to do that. It's deceiving as hell. So you're going to live your whole life with somebody and not be able to tell them who you really are. And you okay with that? It's crazy to me. It's just crazy. It's crazy to me. I got some things that I done did, and I'm with somebody. And I just have to tell him. I have to tell him because it's like, it doesn't directly affect him, but it indirectly affects him. So it's certain things that I just feel like I have to disclose. And that's something you don't feel as if you should have to tell nobody. Forget have to. Have to sounds a bit forceful, like I'm forcing you. You should. That still sounds the same. Yep, that still sounds. Yep, it just is what it is. Yeah, you should have to tell that person that whatever gender you was born. It's crazy. You got people who are real. They're not anti, I don't like whatever, but at the same time, I still have a personal preference to where I don't do that. I don't care how cute you look now as a girl. I don't care. I don't do that. And that's their personal preference. Why would you mess with somebody's head like that? Why would you do that? Like, I really want to have a conversation, and I really want to have these conversations with a transgender person to understand, to enlighten me. I'm an open person. I'm not a closed book. I'm not closed-minded. Enlighten me. Give me the logical explanation as to why you feel as if you should be able to not disclose what you were born as because you feel as if I'm a woman now or I'm a man now. I don't have to tell you that I was born XYZ. I need to hear a logical explanation as to why you feel like that. Because you're playing with people's emotions, people's mind, and people's lives. I said this earlier in this video. It's a double standard. I may not do something as harsh or nowhere near as bad as a man would take it if he found that out. A man who has his personal preference. Who are you to make that decision for him? That's just like somebody being HIV positive, and because they're undetectable, I don't have to tell you I'm HIV positive. No, yes, you do. You do have to tell me. Why would you think in your mind that it is okay for you to have a disease that you cannot get rid of and think it's okay for you to not tell me that because you are undetectable? Baby, you still got it. You still tested positive at one point. It don't matter how undetectable you are. It's still there. So why is it that y'all feel as if y'all should not have to tell people that? That is blowing my mind. Like, that is so deceiving, and I would be so hurt. I would be so hurt for somebody to do that to me. All the love that I did have for you would go out the window because you deceived me in one of the worst possible ways that you could possibly do. Whether you was born a man and transitioned into a woman, or whether you was HIV positive and now you're undetectable. The fact of the matter is, that's still something that's so sacred to a lot of people. You should tell them that. You talking about my health. You talking about my physical health, and then you talk about my mental health. And y'all feel like it's okay for y'all to just be out here just I don't have to. Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. That don't make no kind of sense to me. And if somebody in the transgender community reaches out and y'all want to have a conversation, please, because I really want to know. I really want to know, and it really bothers me that you have people in the world that do this, and you deceive people. You deceive men and you deceive women. You do. And it's not right. It's not. It's not. I said what I said, and it is what it is, and I feel how I feel, but it's not. That ain't cool. It ain't. It's not at all. I said what I said.